What's up, guys? Welcome to VHP Engines. Okay, so yeah, I almost didn't make this video. I was actually debating on whether I should or not, and the big reason for that being because I didn't feel like putting on a shirt. I guess the second reason is because my throat's still kind of fucked. But I'm gonna kind of keep my face closer to the phone this time, so that way maybe you can hear me better. Anyway, I've done my live streams with my fucked up voice the last couple of days, and I've rewatched them, and I'm understandable. So I guess, yeah, that's what we'll do for right now. So, nitrous oxide, NOS. My opinions on this. I've actually talked about this a whole bunch of times, but I guess I'll make a specific video so that way, when it comes up in questions, I can say that I've officially covered it now. Honestly, this isn't a question I get too often. I'm happy for because I don't think nitrous is worth the money or the effort to install. Maybe like 10 or 15 years ago, it would have been, I would say, nitrous, but not so much anymore when turbos are so cheap and readily or easily available, all that good stuff, even if you're getting something cheap. And same thing, like I said in the supercharger video, it's I can't remember my acronym for it, but it's consistency, availability, and price. And I think I would give it a fail on all of those things when it comes to talking about nitrous oxide. One, because every time you squeeze that trigger, that bottle depletes in pressure, so it's not consistent. And also on the consistency, it's kind of like a fuel source. Once that bottle empties out, you no longer have that power. So it's not very consistent there, because if you can't push that button and every single time get that power, not consistent. Turbo superchargers never run out. They will, as long as you step on the gas pedal, that power will always be available for you. Now, availability. I caught whiffs of a rumor here recently that nitrous is on a shortage or some shit. I don't know how true that is because I don't really care. But even if it wasn't on a shortage, I don't want to have to go to a place and buy a nitrous recharge. That's like, you're pretty much, again, comparing it to fuel, always have to fuel up your car. I personally have a heavy foot. I will race anybody who tries to fuck with me on the highway. So I would be hitting that button all the time, running out. So I can't be having that. And the third one being price. It's not like crazy expensive to put into your car, but it's expensive enough for me not to want to fuck with it. I think a nitrous kit's like $300, and I'm not even sure if that's covering the bottle. And if it is covering the bottle, I'm not sure what size. So all these things combined together just makes nitrous like a big fucking turn off for me. I would say that if you're really trying to squeeze the most out of an NA build, like if you're going to go KNA or JNA, and you really just want to maximize the most potential and give it a little spice kick at the end of it, like you make a 300 horsepower NA build and you just want to be able to hang with the bigger guys, then by all means, yeah, get a nitrous bottle, because 300 horsepower is enough where I think that 9 out of 10 times you're not going to need to squeeze that trigger. So and I guess that being the perk for nitrous, I think that'd be cool. One time a friend of mine who blew up his motor a couple times on turbo setup said nitrous is always good because you drive it's a normal car until you hit that button. I guess I could kind of see that. You don't have the stress of nitrous all the time, but the same thing can be said for boost, especially if you're turboing. You don't really have the extra power. I mean, you don't have the extra stress of boost unless you're in boost. Otherwise, it drives pretty much like an NA car. So now to go back to what I was saying about hitting that trigger and the pressure depleting in the bottle, that's true. You won't have consistent passes. You won't have consistent power because every single time you're hitting that button, you're dropping in pressure in the system, in the bottle. So unless you get one of these, well, it was new when I found out about it a couple years ago. Not so new anymore, I guess, but there's a companion bottle that you could put with your nitrous tank, and that companion bottle, what it does is it increases the pressure as the nitrous depletes, so that way your bottle will always have the same pressure pushing out when you squeeze the trigger. For me, that seems like some convoluted ass shit. You got to do extra steps. You have to have a kit for your kit to make your nitrous be consistent. So So with that being said, guys, I would just say that I would avoid nitrous. It's not worth the hassle, not worth the extra money. In the end, nitrous will cost you fuck ton more than turbo or supercharger will. And also, from experience, you have to really run a lot of spray, and you have to beef up your motor. I'm not talking about just forged internals, but you gotta at least do like an OEM Frankenstein shit to raise compression or something. Because I've been in a B20 that had a 50 shot on it. My homeboy hit the buttons like, "You feel it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I feel it." Not really. I didn't feel shit. It didn't really make a difference. So it seems like to me, like to get any real power add out of nitrous, you'll need like 150 shot plus, bolt-ons and tune. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say run nitrous without tune no matter what your fucking setup was, because it's technically forced induction. So yeah, there's that. All right, guys. So if you're by chance new to VHP engines, click on VHP engines below. Go through and look at my playlist. I have a lot of videos that are similar to this. I also have engine building tutorials, hence the engines in the name. So if you got anything out of this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment below if there's anything you want to ask or any topics you would like to see me talk about. If I have enough questions regarding enough questions regarding a topic, I will definitely consider it, even if it's not something I'd plan on doing originally. And also have all my social media listed in the links in the description below. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Technically, I don't tend to follow people back on social media too often, but if you find me on Snapchat, I will give you an ad back. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace.